Now I will book WWE in 2021. Kicking off Road to Wrestlemania 37, it's Royal Rumble. 1. Faye Wills vs Hulk Hogan for the WWE Championship. Hogan challenges Faye for the WWE title, which Faye accepts. But Faye Wills is managed to retain her WWE title. They shake hands as sign out of their respect after the match. 2. Little Mix vs Bethany Platt in an executed match for the Universal Championship. Bethany Platt gets her rematch and replaces Vince McMahon. But due to Jen's distraction, Little Mix retains via heel tactics. And last, the Royal Rumble match has won by Triple H, after eliminating John Cena. Next up it's Elimination Chamber. 1. Number 1 contenders match for the Universal Championship, Elimination Chamber. The contestants are playing are Ryan Palmer, Jen, Christina Cimmerly, Bethany Platt, Tyra Hart, and Mandy Moore. I would have Ryan Palmer win the match, so they set up a match at Fastlane. 2. Byron Saxton vs Simply the Best vs Christine Felkin for the United States Championship. Christine replaces Sophie Stidhart because Sophie Stidhart got COVID symptoms. However, Byron Saxton finally lost the US title to Simply the Best. Last, Faye Wills defending the WWE title at the Elimination Chamber. The contestants will be at the Elimination Chamber match of Britney Spears, Ashley McKinney, Albert, Katie Ford, and John Cena. Faye Wills ends up retaining her title, but he will not leave the title at Elimination Chamber, because after the match, Byron Saxton attacks Faye Wills. This allows Faye to cash in the Spelling Bee trophy to win the WWE title. Next up it's Fastlane. 1. Catherine Cimmerly vs Stephanie Joseph for the Intercontinental Championship. Stephanie turned heel on Catherine before Elimination Chamber. I would have Catherine retains the IC title by clean, but then after the match, Stephanie Joseph attacks Catherine to set up a rematch at Wrestlemania 37. 2. Taylor Yeager vs the Backstreet Boys. Taylor Yeager turned face in the start of 2021. But the Backstreet Boys wins by cheating. 3. Faye Wills vs Albert in a penalty pop counters match. Albert turned heel on Faye Wills after the Royal Rumble. But after the 10 minutes match, Faye Wills will be winning this match. Last, Little Mix vs Ryan Palmer for the Universal Championship. Ryan demanded a match, and Triple H will be the special enforcer of this match. However, Little Mix retains, because during the match, Triple H turned heel by attacking Ryan Palmer. Next up it's Wrestlemania 37, the grandest stage of them all. 1. Byron Saxton vs Faye Wills for the WWE Championship. Faye Wills really needs her Wrestlemania moment. But she is unable to get that Wrestlemania moment, because Byron will retain his WWE title by heel tactics. 2. Christina Cimmerly vs the Backstreet Boys. This was Christina's first Wrestlemania singles match. I would have Christina Cimmerly win, because I think she needs her big push into the Universal title hunt. 3. I5 vs Britney Spears and MC Peck for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Britney and Peck challenges I5 for the tag titles, which I5 accepts. But in the end, I5 finally lost the Raw Tag titles to Britney Spears and MC Peck. 4. Lucy Cardiff vs No Authority in a prison match. This was Lucy Cardiff's punishment for the consequences. But Lucy Cardiff will end her rivalry by winning this match. 5. Adrienne Everhart and Helena Hart vs 5 and Christine Felkin. This was Adrienne and Helena's debut match, which I will get them a huge victory after the man and the women's relationships. 6. Dave Ferguson vs John Cena. Dave Ferguson returns at Fastlane for his revenge. But in the shocking moment, John Cena shocks the moment by winning his match, after Barbara McGee turned on Dave Ferguson. 7. Bethany Platt vs. Mandy Moore. PYT will be on Mandy Moore. In the end, no way is enough for Bethany Platt to win. 8. Simply the Becks vs. Albert for the United States Championship. Albert never held the title yet. But in the end, Simply the Becks loses the US title to Albert. 9. Catherine Simmerly vs. Stephanie Joseph in a Patreon match for the Intercontinental Championship. This was punishment match made by Lauren and Amy Simmerly. Catherine has stepped with the 2 mini lows, but Damien helps Stephanie Joseph win the IC title. Finally, Little Mix vs. Ryan Palmer vs. the Royal Rumble winner Triple H for the Universal Championship. Triple H wins the Royal Rumble, as Ryan Palmer demanded a rematch. But it isn't enough to finish the title reign yet, as Little Mix retains.